What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be meeting up with some of the old bodybuilding gang and we're going to go and train in the dock. So you'll have seen a few videos here before, and we're going to train legs today with Cameron and Jessica. So as you know, I've just finished a pretty extensive diet and we're starting to basically get this reverse going now. So far, I'm currently up 4 pounds from when I finished the diet, so I would say the reverse has went very well. I weighed myself this morning and I was 80 kilos on the scales, and last week my lowest body weight was 79.1, but on average I was sitting at 79.4 kg. So we're 0.6 on average as such up so far this week, which I'm not too concerned about. I've had a bit of extra water in the last couple of days because it's been very sunny, and I've just been doing a wee bit more walking, so probably a bit of inflammation as well. But again, because I'm lifting more weight now, my body is just probably going to be a little bit more stressed out, holding a little bit more water, just because we're starting to now break down those muscle fibers again. I already have a package that I need to open here, so if you haven't already, please be sure to like and subscribe, because there's currently only 40% of you watching this video, last time I checked, actually subscribe. So there's 60% of you not watching these videos. So please make sure to hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. But if you haven't already, be sure to sit back, relax, and enjoy. You know your life is getting sad when you get excited about parcels like this. In a bodybuilder, it's probably something that I should be getting excited about anyway, and I am. So anyway, I ordered this. I'm actually surprised at how quickly it came. But basically, I ordered this about 3 days ago and it's finally here. So in Belfast, to get egg whites, you need to go to places like Sainsbury's, Tesco's, and they're pretty dear. You get $3.50, you'll get 500 mils. So it's not a lot. Whereas in these boxes here, which I now have, there are a total of 3 litres, which I'm actually excited to see the size of them compared, because I'm going to have to keep them in the fridge, of course. And yeah, just have a wee look at the size of them here. 970 mils, and this is a lot better. And for these 3 tubs here, it was 13 quid, so a lot better in volume wise for egg whites, so definitely a lot cheaper. So this is just going to make a big difference money wise, because obviously bodybuilding can be expensive at times, but obviously now having these here, this will help a lot more. Keep me in the right frame of mind, making sure I'm getting enough egg whites in, and at the same time as well, then making sure that we're still able to make progress in the gym. So here's our new breakfast, quite similar to what it has been, just an increase in everything. So we've got 2 whole eggs, 300 mils of egg whites, 2 slices of sourdough, and 75 grams of blueberries. So I will definitely enjoy this now, and this has definitely helped me a lot more, just staying fitter for longer. Again, my goal is to make sure that I can basically feel like I'm on prep again, but while eating in a bulk, because obviously the last thing I want to do is gain surplus body fat, or 2 kilos since the end of my diet is very good. So now we just need to stay locked in and focused, and making sure that we're not eating things that we shouldn't be, because that's what I tend to have done in the past. But I'm going to make sure that that doesn't happen this time around. So I've just made my pre-workout meal here, and it is our 80 grams of oats, our 1 banana, 15 grams of dark chocolate, and then for my intra-workout drink, I have my creatine, some orange juice, and I've also added in some collagen to it, just because 20 grams of protein in it. But on top of that as well, it's just good for skin and things like that. So going to get myself to the gym now, take you along for, I think it's going to be a leg workout. I'm not 100% sure. That's what I've been told, but it's been moving about all over the place. So we'll see what we end up doing today.
Welcome back to another commentary, everybody. I'm actually enjoying these. Let me know if you enjoy the commentaries as well. But yes, as you can see from this, we've started off with some back in the gym today. We did do a posterior session, so it worked out okay. And you can see from the start there, Jess was flapping all over the place because of how warm it is. And I just wanted to kind of put in a wee thing saying, like, fair play to her. You know, she is currently prepping for her first show. Obviously, me and Cameron have done ours already, but Jess is in the process of doing that. So be sure to drop a wee good luck down in the comments below, get some engagement going. But yes, a big thing for me right now, even with all this, is just ensuring that I can, you know, make sure we do everything nice, slow and controlled, and ensuring that we can, you know, feel the muscle, which is one thing that I've been really working on. So you can even see Jess doing here, slow and controlled, hold, pause, squeeze, move on to the next exercise. But that's the things that I've been focusing on as well. So, you know, a big thing is just making sure that we can feel the muscle. Before, you know, that might have been a reason why I wasn't building as much muscle as I would like to. But again, now with the change, that will hopefully be the case. Anyway, as you can see, going into some chest supported rows then. We're making sure we pull up, squeeze, back down, possibly even a little bit fast here. This was more of a warm-up workout, as you'll see in the next bit. There is more weight on the bar, but at the same time though, just feeling it. Again, the biggest issue with everything at the moment is the heat. You know, all gyms are just absolutely boiling all the time, and if you live in Ireland you'll know how bad it is. So it's just ensuring that you can get through the movements. Now, as you can see, slowing down, really controlling the weight, pulling it up, squeeze, and then bringing it down slowly, trying to use a concentric of about 3 seconds and an eccentric of about 2 seconds. So really squeeze 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, you know, get that proper tempo going, and that's going to be the key to, you know, really improving the muscle mass and density that I have at the moment. That'll be the key thing going forward. But yeah, again, just making sure we're taking everything to failure and doing the best that we can. Now, with that being said, it's just about pushing and to the limit and making sure that we can do that. As you can see, Cameron's kind of changed his training a wee bit now. He's more explosive, so he's kind of, you know, pulling and squeezing, not as much as me. Obviously, he's transitioned out of the bodybuilding a little bit more into more, you know, sports specific now. But again, it was good to get a session in with him, because obviously, you know, with kind of changing things, it's harder to get a session in. But thankfully, you know, we were able to meet up today for this specific session. So after this, I kind of went alone by myself, went into some glute stuff, and yeah, we started off with our hip thrusts. I think we were on 5 plates here at 25 kilos. So I'll actually need to work out how much that is. You know, it was still a good, decent amount of weight on the bar, and of course, you know, getting to a point of being able to lift 250 kilos is, you know, pretty impressive. I do think there actually were a couple of 20s on here as well, so we'll call it 200. But, you know, just really driving the glutes up, really trying to feel them. I've been struggling sometime with trying to feel the muscle a wee bit, so ensuring that I could do that was going to be a key part for me. And, you know, just driving through every rep was going to be more and more important. But again, with being able to do that, getting that squeeze at the top, as you can see, I'm just pushing to the limits to make sure that I can feel everything as much as possible, because it is going to be, you know, a key thing going forward. And then after this, we moved on to the prime hamstring curl. Now, for me, with the prime hamstring curl, it's a bit of an interesting one. I struggle to kind of keep my bum down the seat, so I have to really like slide and kind of jump and squeeze a wee bit once I get in. But once I get into the rhythm of it, it is a lot easier. And again, at this point of the workout, I was already fried. You're going to see from a second how sweaty I was. Like, my back was absolutely soaking. After this, we went into some hyperextensions, as you can see, but right down my spine, it is absolutely soaked with the amount of heat that was in the gym today. Like, I actually ended up being in the gym for 2 hours getting this session done. It was crazy. But again, when you're talking to everybody and you're enjoying it, you just keep going. And, you know, that was a key thing. And then we finished off with this booty builder kickback. And the reason why I was using it in the gym that I'm in at the moment, you'll know that I'm always doing kickbacks on my posterior days, and I just thought I would add these in to really, you know, grind out the workout, because this was a Saturday session being done on a Friday, so it meant that I got the rest of the weekend off. So I just thought I'd push a wee bit longer. But anyway, back to the video.
Session is now done, a very sweaty one, and I am absolutely ravenous now. So I'm definitely going to look forward to getting some food when I get home. And it is very sweaty. Plenty of work to get on today. I need to edit this video and the previous video you would have seen. So yeah, behind on stuff today, but we'll get ahead and we'll keep moving. So I will pick up the camera once I'm at home again, getting some more food. But as you can see, I'm definitely going to need a towel for this car ride home anyway. Now I'm going to have my chicken, rice, veg and almond butter. So I'll put this all together and show you it. Again, this is just something similar that I'm always having, but this is the key thing that I found recently. Having the same meals consistently over and over again means I know what I'm having on a daily basis. It doesn't leave me guessing. And on top of that as well, enjoy the foods that I eat. So by not having to change my meals every day to find something that I enjoy, it keeps it easier for me to stay on target and make sure that I stay lean. I took this video in the gym today of my physique at the moment, and I just thought I'd put it in here now just to kind of show you how I'm looking. I mean, for me personally, I think I'm still holding my condition quite well, and this is coming up to almost a month now of me holding this condition, which I've never done before. I think the fact that I've rebounded properly and kept quite lean is going to help me going forward into my push-up phase, which I'm looking forward to, which will be starting next month. But with that being said, I do just think that having more discipline now at the beginning made it a lot easier. I wasn't going for the biscuits, the sweets, the croissants, everything that I always would have went for beforehand. And I think now that has just made such a big difference to me going forward, and it will definitely help me in the future as well. So Time to get this meal together now. I am quite hungry, but I'm looking forward to it, and we will then continue on with the rest of the day. Now, I don't mind if I do, but this is one massive bowl of food here, and I'm looking forward to eating this. This is a hefty meal. I've got 100 grams of rice in here, I've got 150 grams of veg, and I have 200 grams of chicken breast here. So I'm going to sit down and eat this because this is going to be something that is going to fill me up for the next while before the World Cup starts tonight. And it's a late one tonight, so we don't know how it's going to go, but we'll see. We'll keep pushing forward and just see what point we can get to tonight. Still absolutely boiling. That ice cold shower did nothing for me. However, we are back in the gym now for evening clients, so I need to finish off some steps today, and then we will be getting on with the rest of it before we can go home and get our final meal. So, or I say final meal, I've got another 2 to eat actually. So yes, we've got our bowl finished here, which was absolutely tremendous. And now we just need to get their fluids in and then take our clients. But at the same time, make sure you wear your sun cream because I am absolutely stuck together and burnt because I was a bit silly and fell asleep out in the sun. So don't do the same thing as me. Last bit of water for the day going down now. I'm going to finish this in bed while watching some of the World Cup. It has been a pretty good day so far, I'd have to say. And obviously getting that session in with Cameron and Jess today was absolutely fantastic. I don't know how much footage I got. The one thing I did forget to show you was my dinner. But one thing I am going to show you now is this cupboard over here, and I'm actually going to show you how good I am being with food now. As you can see in here, I've got a Toblerone and some Tayto. Everybody, if you're Irish, you have to have Tayto in the house. It's just like a request. Like, it's, if you don't have it in, the police will come looking for you essentially. So I got the Tayto in the house once again. Main thing is though, this hasn't been opened much. Like, the bag of Tayto hasn't been opened, and Toblerone's got 4 squares out of it. I did share that with my mum. You know, it's things that you do. So obviously we are being well behaved. The current weight, if I checked it earlier on, was sitting around 80.2 kg. So from overall on the diet, when I finished at 79.9, 78, we'll say we're up 2 kg, which isn't too bad. So we're sitting at about 5 pounds, as we kind of discussed at the start of this video as well. So I can't complain with this at all. So we're in a very good position. So now it is time to get into the bulk side of things. Again, it'll be exciting to get into it properly over the next couple of weeks. But again, I'm just very excited to now actually start to build some muscle and do this properly for the first time in forever.